Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going to go on a quest for truth together. Yes, we really are. Here we are again with the old background again. How do you like that? And if you're wondering, this picture right over here is a picture of my father. Okay, Frank Moriarty. Hello, Operation Shutdown. Yes, the paranormal is the new normal, of course. Say, Operation Shutdown, I got a question for you. How would you like to be a mod? We need another mod. We would love to have you on the team. How does that sound? That sound like a good idea? What do you think about that? So bright. Yes. Yes, because we're just downrange of strange. Where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. And Mrs. Combat Carl, hello there. Welcome to the program. Yes. Let me see how I need to do that. How do I indeed need to do that? I think I have to do this, and this might be tricky, folks. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful Friday, if it's Friday when you're watching, or whatever day it is when you're watching. If you're watching it live, it's Friday night. So Operation Shutdown, would you like to be one of our new mods? We're having some, because being a mod is very important, because these spammers get on and they can put spam on, and if we don't get rid of them soon enough, they can bring down the channel. So we need as many eyes on as we can. All right, Operation Shutdown. Well, let's do it then. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. There, I think I did it. Let's see. So Operation Shutdown's got the wrench. All right. Yes. All righty then. Okay. Well, today we're going to take a look at some old cases, and we're also going to talk about some stuff that's going on in this darn world. Did you all see the President Trump's rally over there in Pennsylvania? Red Pill did a live with it. It was pretty good. Yep, I did it. Yes. And thank you to all the mods for keeping a watchful eye, because I guess that's what happened to one of our friends' channels is some of these people, they get on there and they post some of those prawn bots, and then they report the channel and they can get you shut down. This is what they do. They're probably getting paid to do it. You know, it's terrible. But it is what it is. And so we just have to be aware of it and to get rid of it when we see it. All right. Okie dokie. Now let's take a look at what we got here for you, friends. Now, what we have here is, they say this is the most highly detailed picture, close-up picture of the sun ever taken, apparently, allegedly. And so it's quite lovely. It's bizarre looking. There's that white thing there. It looks like it actually looks like those things in a sticker bush, those round things, like a burr, probably like a magnetic burr or something. Sunburn, hey, maybe that's why it happens. But so one of our viewers a couple episodes ago asked, hey, if I heard about this and I should do those mirror images with this and see what comes up. So I did that today. And so this was the starting picture. That's what it started with. Okay. So that's what was the initial picture. And well, let's see here. Let's check out this one first. Okay. So take a look at this one. Okay. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. This one. There. I want me little and the picture big. Okay. So take a look at that. Isn't that interesting? It's like a really, really detailed drawing or something. Hello, Mad Pogue. Hello, Yvonda. Weird exotic tropical fruit. Yeah, it did, right? Like some kind of weird pineapple. Good to see you too, Yvonda. Oh, the Secret Space Conference. How was that? That looked like it was a lot of fun. Yeah. We got a new mod, Operation Shutdown's our new mod. So we're building up our defenses against the onslaught that's coming after us every day. So, yeah. Looks like an angry face. Yeah, it does. You're right, Mad Pogue. Does look like an angry frog or something. Yeah. Oh, it was great. M6 booth was successful too. Oh, that must mean you sold a lot of those awesome Organite deals that you make, right? Too cool for school. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that looked like a lot of fun. Conference. So let me see if I can find this. And so I can like zoom in on it. Oh boy. I don't think I'm going to find it. Just don't think so. I have to get rid of this. Oops. Which one is that? Yeah. And that. Okay. So that's one of them. Kind of cool. If I could find it, I could flip it and zoom in on it, but it's not making itself known. It's being difficult. So there we have it. Yeah, look at that. All right. Well, if it isn't one thing, it's a half a dozen others, isn't it? Oh yeah. Well, I guess you had good weather for that too out there. The weather's been kind of hit and miss, you know. Oh, here's the answer. Yes, Aaron sold lots of organite and Uwanda wands. Whoa, Uwanda wands. Well, oh, I think I've seen those on Space Force News. That's where. Hello, Dark Brain. Discovered there is a white paper on wands. Oh, really? Interesting. Interesting. I think you're onto something there. I think you're definitely onto something there. Operation Shutdown. Welcome, welcome, Dark Brain. And Dark Brain, we have a new mod, and that's Operation Shutdown. And we're on the lookout for someone, I guess, is running around putting these prawn bots, these horrible bots, onto into the chats and taking down channels like Jacob Waters' channel. So we don't want that to happen. So we're building up our armaments here. Okay. Sounds good. Everybody's saying hi to Dark Brain. Yeah. Yes. Isn't that something? Okay. I guess we've looked at that one long enough. Don't you think? I think. So we got more of these darn things. Because I was making them. Someone has to, huh? Right? Okay, we're looking for the number 2. Oh, guess we don't have the number 2. Gotta go right to number 3, I guess. Right to number 3. Mysteriously, number 2 is gone. So there's number 3. Oh, good. It came up this time, so I can manipulate it. So here we are. Now we can do things with it here. All right. First, we can take out all the color, see what it looks like. I don't know. Looks good with color, maybe. Don't want to go too much color. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that. Interdasting, huh? Yeah, maybe a little bit too much color. Maybe we go towards the blue and see what comes out. Oh, look at that. That's kind of lovely. I'm liking that. Take a little color off of that. What happens if we go sepia? Look at that. Ooh, sepia. Looks like tartania, whatever they call that. Yeah. Well, since we have this here, we can do this. And we can like zoom in on this thing, hey? What do you think about that? I think we need to, it's really, okay. Look at that. Looks kind of like wicker, you know? Looks kind of like some kind of crazy wicker experiment. Very bizarre. Let's see. All right. Yeah, are they going to do another one of those? Probably, if it's a big success. Yeah, I've seen those wands over there on Space Force News. They seem to like those a lot. So that's cool. That's cool. Cool images in there. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. We'll keep moving it around. I think I see like an owl there. Yeah, some weird stuff here. Some freaky stuff. And then to even make it more bizarre, where is it? Oh, there it is. Boom. And now it's upside down. And now it's completely different. Look at that thing. This is it. This is the most detailed picture of the sun mirrored. And this is what we're finding. I guess it looks kind of like a wicker doily or something, huh? Something. It's really kind of stretched out in the middle there. Well, the sun is very magnetic. There's a lot of magnetic frequency, a lot of, it's very shredded wheat. There you go, Mad Pogue. There you go. It does look like shredded wheat. Yes, yes. I took a picture of the sun and then I mirrored it and I got these images. That's how we got this. We took a high resolution picture of the sun and then just mirrored it upon itself. And you get all these different um, images from just one picture. So it's kind of fun. Something we like to do here. And so that's that one. And that one is number 3. So we're going to get rid of that one. And I guess try to see if we can grab number 4. And we'll see if we can get number 4. First, we get rid of number 3. Makes it a lot easier to find number 4. There it is. Oh, I knew we could find it, friends. And there it is. And look at that thing. That's pretty incredible. Oh, thank you, Yvonda. Thanks. It's something I discovered years ago, and I've done it with nebula pictures. And this picture was suggested by a listener. I think it was Young Star or Star Star. I think he's one and the same. I think he's one and the same. Yeah. So that's what that one looks like. If you haven't seen one of these before, maybe I can just open one up and show you one of the other ones. Produced stars. Hey guys, it's Star Star. I changed my name because I'm a producer and I make beats. Okay. Beats are cool. All right. Well, let's get the mirror and show you some more colorful images. These sun images, they're not that colorful. It's just kind of like a couple of colors. So it's not really as bizarrely interesting as some of these other ones. So guess we can go ahead and show you that. Here's one. Here's one that I think we showed this recently in one of the recent episodes. But there's an example of a nebula where you take the picture of the nebula and you duplicate it, and then you reverse it, then you halftone it, and then you slide it back and forth. You get all these beautiful, beautiful, symmetrical images. Hello, Tinka. Whoa, a Truth Quest beat. Wow. Well, thank you, Produced Stars. I appreciate that. Wow, I'm looking forward to that. Yes, he's like a chameleon. He always changes his name, but we somehow know it's him for some reason. I don't know. It's some kind of magic that we have. Hello there, Tinka. Welcome to the program. Yeah. So that's a more colorful one. And you know, just like the other ones, you can see different things because it's symmetrical. You can see all kinds of faces and animals and cute things and evil looking things, whatever. It's kind of like a Rorschach, you know, it's whatever you're interpreting what you're looking at. It's kind of fun. It's a lot of fun to create these and make them and look at them, and it's endlessly fascinating to just to look at these darn things, you know. Yeah, he's trying some names on first till he finds the one he likes. That's a smart thing to do. Okay. Oh yeah, well this one right here isn't the sun. The one showing now is a nebula. But we'll go back to the sun one. Okay. I think we're up to number 5 now. So let's see. Hello, David Warner. Welcome to the program. Oh wow, look, he's working on it already. Oh, in your time zone, what time is it there, Tinka? Oh yeah, the nebula was beautiful, wasn't it? Yes. Yes. I agree. Yeah, the sun ones are interesting, but the the colored ones are the nebulas are just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Okay, we'll go right to number 5 and see what that looks like. Oh, 4:47. Oh, in the morning. Oh my goodness. The birds are going to start chirping pretty soon. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. So in this one, you can see some pretty cool things, I think. If you look at them. Yeah, I think this is it. Is this it? Yeah. Let's zoom in on this, shall we? Oh, let's give it a little more. Oh, A little less color, maybe. There. All right. It's kind of interesting. Let's see. Kind of cool. Looks like a bug right here. Some kind of bug face. Looks kind of like an anime superhero guy right here. Some character for a something. So that's that. Interesting. Early bird, yes. I see many weird faces. So many weird faces. Yeah. It's kind of wild what you can see. And then we do the old flipperooey. And then we get a whole different. This kind of looks like some kind of magical castle or something, or like a bat with a castle on his back. He's flying with a castle on his back. He's a delicate flyer, I guess. This looks like a bearded gnome type being, person, creature. All from the sun. All these images are from the sun. From one instant that photo was taken, and we can create many different works from that. So there it is. Yeah, and you'll see natural things because when you have something natural, it's going to look like other things that are natural. That's what I think. Yeah, that's what we all like. We all like that crazy, cool stuff. Yeah, I think I'm going to open up a couple other ones that are more colorful so that we can dig on those because they're just so jamming. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Jelly bean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Uh, let's see. Also, hey, if anyone wants to call in, you can call in there. Gonna step out of the chat. People listening? Okay, that's cool. And if you want to call in, there it is. It's StreamYard, so that's it. If you can dial in, call on in if you want. The lines are open. And in the meantime, we have some other colorful things to look at here. Here's something to feast your eyes on. Look at this crazy thing. Look at that. Would you just look at that thing? That is an incredible thing there. Wow. We'll sharpen it up there a bit. This is an incredible one. It's a nebula. And it's quite something else, I tell you. You can bring up different things here and make it look vastly different than it did before. Then, of course, we flip it good. We can go back to the original, or we can play with it some more. So much fun. It's just like a barrel of monkeys. So much fun. Yes, the longer you look, the more you see. That is like, that's true with everything. Hello, ex runaway goldfish. Good to see you here. I like that name, ex runaway goldfish. That's a cool name. I like that. So let's zoom in on this thing. Kind of hazy looking, isn't it? Let's crisp that out if we can. It's about as crisp as it's gonna get. Guess we can add some darks to get some crispness. Whoa, that might be too dark, huh? Bring it back. That's kind of interesting. Almost looks like a spaceship right here. Wait till you see the spaceships that we're going to look at, friends. But that does. I mean, if you painted around that and just made that like it would look like a ship, I bet. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, there's a lot you can do with these things. A lot. And it's a heck of a lot of fun. A heck of a lot of fun. Yeah. So let's look at one more of these babies. And now here is a skinny one. Look at that thing. I mean, aren't these cool? I mean, wow. This looks like a little dog, doesn't it? With his ears up. It reminds me of that song, Shelly's Dog. Shelly's got something that's gonna delight. It's a perky little dog with the pointy ears. Oh, Shelly's Dog. Yeah, great song, by the way. Sussman Lawrence, Shelly's Dog. Yeah. A four-legged animal with so much charm would take your breath away. Yeah, it's a pretty cool song. And if there wasn't copyright, I would play it for you. But you can look it up. Shelly's Dog. Check it out. It's from a long time ago, but it's a pretty darn cool song. Wow, this kind of looks like Bigfoot in the middle here. You see in the shadows there? Hey, we found Bigfoot in space. In a nebula, right above Shelly's dog's face. How do you like that? Who let the dogs out, right? That's right. Yeah. Across the pond, well, that does look like Bigfoot in the middle. Yeah, it sure did. Let me go back to him. Yeah, he's looming there in the darkness with looks like a wolf above him here. It's crazy stuff, huh? Crazy, crazy stuff. I just love these things, you know, because you can see so many different things, and then you can flip it good, and then you get more fantastic stuff. It's crazy. This right here almost looks like a one of those. I was gonna say cat being, but it almost looks like a camel being. Maybe like they say there's an extraterrestrial for every animal. Are there camel people? Well, I hope you have a good dream, Yavanda. Good night. I hope you have a good dream. And thanks for stopping by. So there's that. So there's also some old UFO pictures and cases I want to show you that I came across recently. Um, so let's get into that. Well, first of all, here's like a montage of loads of them. So when people say there's no evidence, you know, it's like, well, yeah. What do you call this, right? They're not all hubcaps, okay? I tried throwing a hubcap, and guess what? When you throw a hubcap and you take a picture of it, guess what it looks like? It because it doesn't look like a UFO. It looks like a hubcap. None of these look like hubcaps, okay? They look like flying saucers, or like this one right here is a cigar-shaped craft, looks like to me. Um, these are the Foo Fighters, these lights that would appear sometimes in formation. This was in Rhode Island. I guess this was on here twice. But yeah, a good compilation of some very interesting photographs taken over the years. 67, 73. I mean, they're all over. 78, 1978 in Switzerland, Texas, 1951, and 1967, Rhode Island. I used to live in Rhode Island. It's in Italy, 1978, Italy. Belgium, 1955 in Belgium. This thing's smoking. Look at that thing. This one's in China, and these are just little thumbnails. The actual pictures are, much clearer than these, but I just thought this was cool. Hey, Love and Foxhole, welcome to the program. Yes, it sure did, didn't it? First thing you saw was a wolf? Yes, a dog with a wolf guardian. I think all dogs have wolf guardians. Okay, Mad Pogue. All right. And for all of our mods, we're on extreme high alert for people who might be trying to put these clickable things on. So don't let that happen. We can't let that happen. So thanks, mods. You're doing an awesome job. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool. Compilation of all these crazy sightings. And, nowadays, everyone has a camera in their hand. Back in the 60s or in the 50s, not that many people had a camera. And if they had a camera, they would have had to have had film in it that wasn't all spent. Oh, you're in northern Italy. Oh, awesome. Northern Italy. That's awesome. You know, what I love about Italy? I mean, the country looks like a boot, you know? And they're known for their great shoe and boot designs. I think that's cool. I think I think that Michigan should do with the mitten what Italy has done with the boot and the shoe. They should go and make really cool mittens because their state looks like a mitten. Whatever your state, your country looks like, that's what you should make, right? They should. I think that's kind of cool, right? I got someone to agree with me. I think she's agreeing with me there. I'll take that. Italy, so cool. They got so much art there in Italy. That would be so fun to go there. That's one of the places I'd like to go. Italy to see all the sculptures and all the art and all the beautiful things there and all of the. I mean, they got a lot, right? They got a lot there. And the food, oh my goodness. You add the food to that, and wow. Yeah, you're gonna guarantee you're gonna oh, hey, Operation Shutdown agrees with me. Michigan plus mittens equals loot. Yeah, they should embrace it, you know? There's a town here around this area named Kaukauna, and I thought they should make caulking. Kaukauna caulk. I think that'd be good. That'd be good, right? They should. There's another town around here called Bondwell. They should make glue. Bondwell glue. Hey, just make what's the most obvious. It'll be a big hit, trust me. Yeah. So there we go. Now we're going to share the screen again. How's that sound? We're doing that fun thing everybody's doing, the screen sharing thing. Isn't this a blast? Here's something I thought was interesting, friends. Up there. When they say disinformation, they mean dissenting information. They are killing dissent, just like fascists do. Yeah, that's what they're doing. I mean, that's pretty clear. Here in America, anyway, and around the world, I would assume. Um, you know, I think not only should we all be running for office and our school board and getting involved in local meetings, but we should become teachers too, and everything. They just take it all back. Yeah, fascists. That's what they do. They're fashing all over the place. Don't fash around me. Quit fashing around me. Here's one of those UFOs. Unidentified flying object. Look at this one. Right over there in the corner. This is from 1966 in New York. Tepotty Lake, New York. That's how you say it. That's a pretty cool one. I mean, that looks a lot like the one I saw. It looks really a lot like the one I saw. Same basic shape. Okay. Yep. 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 Yupper scupper. So there's not a lot of info on this, just a date and the place where it was taken. So not a whole lot of info on that one. But it's an interesting one. It's a nice catch. I mean, can you imagine getting that shot? I mean, it's really hard to catch these things, you know? It's hard to capture them. And, luckily, people have drawing skills. And sometimes someone with good drawing skills can recreate what was seen, even maybe almost better than a photograph sometimes. And I'm sure you'll agree with me here. Like here in this case, they didn't have a camera, obviously. Someone did a drawing of it. And so I think it's a pretty accurate representation of something that possibly really did happen. Let's take a look at this. Let's get our attention on this, shall we? They come down from the ship, take us to your meme lords. I think that's pretty legit. That's probably what they would say. I think that's a good one. Make sure you screenshot that and share it off to your favorite social media. I like that one. Take us to your meme lords. Of course. That's where you're going to find the most intelligent uh, commentary, right? Tinkle likes that. So does Runaway Goldfish. Sure that isn't a photograph? Could be. Yeah, they have this, maybe they have this effect. They can make a photograph look like a cartoon, and that's how they kind of keep their identity. Maybe that's what. Oh yeah, looks like Searle's inverse gravity vehicle. Yeah, I think yeah, it could be. That's right, David. Can't say anything. Dissent. Yeah. So I thought that was a good one. I thought you'd like that one. I think I was right. I think we liked that one. It was pretty good, pretty good. Well, here is another one that has a drawing, and this is a little more serious, friends. Um, and it's quite a good drawing. Now check this out. All right. So during the great European UFO wave of 1954, Mrs. Jessie Rosenstenberg and her children allegedly had seen a dish-shaped object uh, zoning over their house. Zoning over their house. The object's transparent window allowed them to divide two men of white-skinned, blonde hair, high head, so high that all of his features were at the bottom of the face. They were wearing turquoise suits and translucent rags. Yeah, this is translated from a different from Argentina. So he says he felt terror when he saw the blondes. You can imagine what it would have felt like to see the less pleasant non-humans. Yeah, it's kind of it's translated. So, but there it is. Now, so they seem to be talking about Nordic-looking beings, but with really high foreheads, with all their features smooshed down in the bottom part of their face. I've never heard of these kind of beings before. Have you? I think those might be Nordics, yes, Tinka, of some kind. Apparently, their humanoids are like all over the place. So there's all different kinds everywhere, you know. Like Corey says, where he claims that according to this one base on Mars that makes technology for other beings, that place is dealing with over 900 different races of extraterrestrials. 900 different ones. So these could be, maybe they could be mistaken for Nordics, or maybe they're a different type of Nordics, you know. And when you ask these people that visit you, where are you from? They might just say the last star that they were at. Oh, we came from Pleiades. Maybe they were just coming from there. Maybe that's not their home planet, I don't know. Are you sure that isn't a photograph? Meme Lords? Oh, that's that same one, yes. Could be Nordics. Could be Nordics. Yeah, but I thought this was an interesting one. It's a pretty cool drawing, if you ask me, I would say. Yeah. So I thought that was interesting, and I thought you might like that one. Yeah, always looking for the different strange sightings so we can talk about them and go, wow, that was strange. So I was watching an episode of X-22 Report today, and on it, he featured this drop. So that's where I got this from. So the news is dead. This is from May 7th, 2020. And so that's tomorrow will be the what? 2-year delta. The news is dead. You are what matters now. Handle with care. Handle with care. Q. And throw a lot of memes in there as well, right? Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're doing our part. We're spreading the good word best we can on these limited platforms that we can only do so much on. Yes, that is one of the better ones you'll see in ufology. Yes, I agree with you. Someone went to a real good artist and had them do that. That's what people who um, have an encounter should seek out a good artist to. And I think that's what really helped Corey Good's stories. They had a lot of really good art related to that show they had on Gaia. Hey, greetings from Knoxville. There's Austin. Good to see you here. Welcome to the program. Yeah. So let's see what else we have here for you, shall we? Have you ever seen this place? Have you ever seen that place? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Can you guess where that is? I'll give you a hint. It's on planet Earth. Planet Earth. Yes, it is. You better believe it. Somewhere on Earth. Do you know where it is? Okay, I can't see the chat yet. I'll be able to see it in about a minute here. Soon as I la, 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 la. Oh, it was such a nice day today. I wish I would have got out more. Have you folks seen this crazy new weird thing people are doing? It's the new idiot test to see if you're an idiot, if you'll do the latest craze. They got 3 or 4 people around the ceiling fan, and that they've tied to one of the blades of the ceiling fan a string. On the other end of the string, it looks like they have like a water bottle with some water in it, and the people are blindfolded. Have you seen this? And they turn the thing on, and you're supposed to duck, but you're blindfolded, so it ends up whacking them in the head. It's the funniest thing you ever. I mean, that is if you like that kind of humor. I mean, if you watch the Three Stooges and your gut is busting, then you will love this. If not, you won't like this. But I was I was laughing so hard to these people and what they did. Just incredible. Incredible. Yeah, let's see if anyone guessed where it was. Asia, China. Yep. I will tell you as soon as I get verification here, because it wasn't on the picture. I have to locate it, and it's not. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
It's Max again. Hello.
Yes.
Hello, Max. How you doing?
Good. Are you live or?
Yep, we're live for a while
Uh,
yet. Yep. And
how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm trying to verify what we're looking at here. It's a beautiful picture of exotic countryside somewhere on the other side of the planet, and I'm trying to locate it so I can say where it is. So what's new with you?
Well, you know how I have this theory that the numbers, certain numbers are more prevalent than others in our reality
Mm-hmm.
because we're in some kind of simulation.
Okay.
So I was looking at a Star Trek episode, the one where the original series where they were looking at they were on the planet Gideon, and they just beamed down to coordinates, or Kirk just beamed down coordinates, and there's an empty Enterprise there. And he's like, what happened, Then he ultimately finds out it's a fake Enterprise, and there's all kinds of people looking in. And,
Yeah.
well, I noticed that there were several times they were giving specific numbers. So I decided to do some calculations on them. The first number for coordinates was 875, and then 020, and finally 079. So, okay, could that be a date or something? So I first looked at the 875, and 8 and 7 is 15 plus 5 is 20, right? So there's like a 2, okay, and then 2, and then because you had 2 and 0 is 2, and then you look at the last one, it's like then you get the last one was 079, so 7 and 9 is 16, and that's 7. So 2, 2, and 7, 4 and 7 is 11. Okay, well it's a common theme. Energy of 2 is the same thing as Q30. Then I decided to do a different approach. I said, okay, let's add 875 plus 20, which is 895. Okay, and then I said, okay, you can add those, and then add 79 to that. So 895 plus 79 is 974. So, okay, look at that as a date. 9/7, and then 4. So that could be 9/7/2022. So, okay, that's interesting, but I don't see anything significant in it, right? Nothing significant about that date. I said, well, you could add the first two parts, 9 and 7. That's 16, and then 4. So that's 164. So, well, January 6th to 2022 doesn't seem to make any difference. But then I remembered 1 can also be 10. And if you remember, where did that number come up before? Well, when you do watch the water, it comes out that either 1/6/2022 or 10/6/2022. So okay, well, let's look at the other number. There's another beam-in coordinate that was given. It was 875, and then there was 020, and it was a little different. It was 709 instead of 079. So the same digits, just a different order. So I add that together. You got 875 plus 20 is first 895, and then you add 709 to that, and you get 1,604, which again is either 164 or 1064. I just thought it was interesting that it's also the same as Watch the Water.
Okay.
So maybe it's insignificant. I don't know. Only time will tell whether it has any other significance. So
I think that was Thailand. I think that was Thailand. I couldn't find the original picture, but I believe it was Thailand, by the way, people.
Did you just find a picture and we're trying to figure out where it was from, or what?
Yeah. I thought
Okay.
it was printed on the picture, but I was mistaken. So I posted it, and then I was trying to find it, and I couldn't find it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a minor thing.
How is everybody today?
Good.
Out in the chat land.
Good. It looks like Austin Morris is in the house. He says Michael Sherratt's book documents 61 separate close encounter cases where the object was close enough to be seen in detail. The illustrations are superb. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
He puts out good work, that Sherratt guy. Definitely. Yep. So we've been sharing pictures of some new mirror images I did of the sun. Here's a meme. It's our friend, of course, with imagine saying you stand for women's rights while letting men dominate women's sports and nominating men for Woman of the Year. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we're for women's rights. Yeah, right. It's getting harder. You know, these people, their minds must have to do so many mental gymnastics just to stay in that crazy group.
Crazy land. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's so crazy that your mind having to do that, twist around all day like that, is gonna make your hair blue without even dyeing it.
Hey.
Right?
Hey.
I think it might.
Hey.
It just might. That's what I think it might.
Such a crazy mixed up world.
Yeah. Here's a close-up picture of that 3+ mile long derelict craft of some kind on the far side of the moon near the Del Porte crater that was photographed.
The one from Apollo 21?
Apollo 20.
Oh,
but
21.
But Apollo 20, but it was photographed by Apollo 16 and Apollo 17, I believe. And they took more pictures of that area than other areas because obviously it was something that they wanted to look at. But yeah, you can take these images from the footage and put it against those pictures that NASA took. By the way, one of the pictures they took from Apollo 16, I got from the NASA website years ago. I went back just recently. It's not there anymore. They took it down, but I still have it. Yeah, right. Imagine you stand for women's rights, but you can't tell what a woman is because you're not a biologist. That's right.
That's so crazy.
Well, I guess there's the one positive. The only positive you can get from this crazy left being in charge is it gives hope to really stupid people. I mean, they could have a high office and they could get appointed because how smart you are doesn't matter anymore. Hey, look, we just named this new cabinet member here. He's the first person to identify as a goldfish to have this particular spot. How do you like that? Wow, we're making so much progress here. Yeah. Oh, Mark Dice books, half price. Hey, that's a good idea. Yeah, Mark Dice he's a good guy. He puts out good stuff too. Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. So what else is going on? Did you get your project off and running yet? Is anything moving on that? Of course, it's only been a couple days.
Well, of course, I mentioned we're waiting on some certain financing, but the hard part is I'm supposed to come up with an equipment list for different projects, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you have to look at, I need all kinds of analytical equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to, it makes no sense if if we got the financing for these 5 different projects, it makes no sense to buy 5 different machines.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you divide up the expenses if you have one machine amongst the 5 projects? Well, it seems like the easiest way, of course, is to rent the machines, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then each project can use the machine equivalent of 1/5 of the time.
Mm-hmm.
It makes more sense. Well, that's still, it's quite complicated to try to figure out what you need. I have to come up with a budget. So different projects have different size budgets. One project has like a $5 million budget. And that sounds like a lot until you try to get equipment that you need.
Yeah, $5 million.
Oh,
that's more than I make. That's more than I make in a week.
Yeah,
that's way more than I make in a week. So this
that's for the solar research.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get them to buy into this idea that I know some spin-off value of the research that I can use to raise money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get them to buy into the idea that let me raise some money by producing these other products at the same time, mm-hmm. so that I'll have potentially a $20 million budget instead of 5.
Okay.
So, and it's going to take a lot more selling. They said, okay, well, we'll listen to what you have to say, but that, we're not committing to anything yet.
Wow.
So, I understand where they're coming from. They say, well, if you're doing this other thing that diverts you from your main task. I said, well, it really doesn't, because then I tried to explain lots of people have trouble with technical details, right? They'd rather you just summarize.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to explain to them that I have to go through this process where this other product is going to be made anyway. Why don't we make money from that other product along the way? Because it can boost the actual likelihood of success.
Okay.
The bottom line is I'm going to be judged on whether I'm successful or not, right? So I want to do everything in my power to make it successful.
All right.
Because if you do it once and you're successful, guess what? You get more funding and can do other things, mm-hmm. including things that you really want to do, right?
Yeah.
So that's the hard thing, because people that are more number oriented, number crunchers, so to speak,
mm-hmm.
they don't want to hear about science. You know, like
Yeah.
in very big terms, right? So that's the one hope there. You could say, okay, this is what needs to be done. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So the more detail you give them, often can work against you.
Yep.
It's kind of politics of moving a project forward.
Okay.
So you got to think out all these things in advance, though, because you know if you don't put the right feet forward, guess what? You're going to be unhappy from the very beginning, and that's no way to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of a recipe for disaster.
Sounds like it.
So,
Say, I have a picture up. Tinka was asking about that derelict spacecraft on the far side of the moon, and didn't it have a woman? And here she is. This is the infamous Mona Lisa, the body they brought back, and
it's like a wraith.
And some of the writing there that they also brought back.
Wasn't there like a male, what they thought was a gigantic male figure sitting inside some kind of a chair or some kind? Dead?
Well,
dead.
I guess they brought the head of another alien with that. I don't think I didn't read where they said it was a male or female. But the female looked like she was pretty much intact, but had some strange things connected to her face that they took off. But produced stars just created something, a beat. So we're going to listen to that, if that's all right. I haven't listened to this yet. I don't know what style this is in or anything. So we'll take a listen. I like the picture that he picked for it. It's pretty cool.
This is some kind of song that somebody produced or something?
Yeah, it's a beat. Strange Truth.
Okay.
Just for the program here. He just did it just now. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So here we go. We're going to play this and see if you can hear it.
Just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and where the paranormal is the new normal.
I like it.
Just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious. Just downrange of strange, where just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and where the paranormal is the new normal. And thank you, and God bless everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you, Star, produced stars. That's awesome.
I think I've been hypnotized.
Yeah, we've all been hypnotized. We've been hypnotized.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a hypnotic beat to it. Yes. Well, thank you very much. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. Keep up your good work. maybe we can find some lead-ins for your show and things like to have on Space Force News and things like that.
Yeah, I have my other one for my other show. Where is it? Maybe I can find it. Let's see. Let's see what this one is.
You are now tuned in to the UFO Show with Aaron Moriarity on Blog Talk Radio. Phone lines are open and ready to take your calls at 347.
Oops, the number isn't right anymore.
Now, here's your host, Aaron Moriarity.
That was a cool one. A friend of mine made that for me. There's another one on here. Where is it? I don't know where it is, but I'll maybe look for it for the next time. So yeah, that was pretty cool, Stars. That was pretty neat. Thank you very much. I like that voice you used. That was pretty cool. Oh, text to speech. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I have text to speech. Let me see if my computer will say some of this. Let's see. No,
Maybe they can develop a little theme music to put right at the end of the show or something after.
Yeah, well,
when you're closing it down.
Well, if you look at my earlier shows that I did a couple years ago when I first started this whole thing, they were edited. They had music in the beginning and a nice intro with pictures, and at the end there was an intro with music and pictures, and it was more of a production. But since I started doing live shows, I don't have the ability to do that with the setup I have right now. So that's rapidly changing, and I'll be able to add some of that stuff back in. But yeah, it's very nice for you to say, Tinka. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, it isn't one of the reasons that people in the movement usually put long intros in is something related to the algorithms, that if you have something keep people occupied for the first so many minutes or something.
Well, that might. Well, while the people gain in the live stream, that might be. They do the countdown things too. I personally don't like the countdown things. I don't like long. I don't like long intros. I like short intros, but I like flashing graphics too. So if you look at my early shows, you'll see flashing graphics. It's pretty cool. And I did it all with iMovie. I mean, it's pretty easy. An old version of iMovie. But so as I gain more equipment and capabilities, hopefully someone to help me do some of this kind of stuff, then the more stuff I'll be able to do. Yeah, that was Mona Lisa. Sure. That Mona Lisa was a dead body that they brought back with them on Apollo 20. Yeah, she was, they said it'd been there 1 million or longer years. It wasn't dead, but it wasn't alive either. It was somewhere in between. And there were these little teeny entities inside her body, keeping her from, I guess, keeping her fresh, if that's...
Nanites or something, maybe?
Keeping her... no, these are real living beings, I guess. Very tiny. Very strange what they
What are those
found.
things that we know can live in space already? What are those things called? I can't remember.
Oh, they're the little microscopic little bugs, the
Maybe so.
troglodytes or something.
Somebody knows what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that Mona Lisa, she wasn't dead, but she wasn't alive. She was somewhere in between. According to them, according to that.
Kind of like Joe Biden. Oh, sorry.
Tardigrades. Yes, that's what it is, Austin
Tardigrades.
Moore. Tardigrades, yes. I was close. Darn close. I knew it was something like that. Yeah, the same kind of things that live on your skin. If kids had a microscope good enough, they'd never need to go to the zoo. They could just look at their skin, go, whoa, look at that dinosaur thing. Hello, Peggy Dancer. Welcome to the show. Nanobots. The water bear, yeah. I think they were called the water bear, yeah. Yep. So that's that. Now we go back to this. Here's what her face looked like before they took those things off. She had all these
like Nancy Pelosi on a binge.
Well, I don't know. They're like little tubes holding her mouth open from her eyelids. And then up here, you can't see it, but there's a little bump on the forehead here, something under the skin that these things are kind of attached to. Apparently, this was some of the apparatus that was keeping her from totally dying. Her skin was also covered with a thin plastic layer of plastic, something like plastic. Her nose, nostrils were stuffed up, but they took these things off. I don't think they should have, but they did. But yeah, it's a very strange thing. Now, just recently, when I went to look for this, I found someone has gone ahead and made a fake version of this. Here's what they do. This is what they always do, friends. They see a case like this, guess what they do? They pour some money into it and they make a fake to try to muddy the waters. This is one of the real pictures. There is a fake one that looks similar, but you can tell it's just rubber. You can tell. I mean, it's really hard to sculpt something that looks like it was once alive. It's almost impossible. Yeah. Very strange indeed. But that's what they found, and they brought it back. Sadly, Leona passed away on that mission, so they went 3 people up, 2 live people and 1 dead person back. I don't know if they brought her body back or if they buried her on the moon. You know, I also wonder, did they have to leave her behind to bring Mona Lisa weight-wise? I mean, these ships aren't really built to take a whole lot of extra weight with them, right? I don't know. It's very, very strange indeed. Very strange indeed. Well, I saw this. I thought it was cool, friends. I thought you might like to see it. Look at this. This is all carved from a pencil, like a graphite pencil. Kind of like carpenter's pencil with the flat, wide drawing part with the graphite. It's beautiful. I like that. Apollo 20 was when they found the moon city as well. Yes. Feels like a sad ending. Was she alone? Well, they claimed that they found her not in the main 3-mile long craft, but in a smaller triangle-shaped craft near it. And I haven't seen any pictures of that triangle craft. They also found the head of another alien. They brought that back with them, but they never showed that in the footage. But they didn't really say anything else, whether she was found with anybody else with her, but she'd been there for a very, very, very long time, thousands, maybe millions of years. They don't know. So it's very, very suspicious. But she was brought back. So that body is somewhere. I mean, there has to be some record of it somewhere, right? Okay, Austin Morris says something like 40 kilograms of moon rock samples. Okay, could be. Yeah, very sad. Very sad indeed, Tinka. And, you know, apparently these craft that are on the moon after some battle, they're all left there as kind of a memorial and a monument to the war and as a deterrent to prevent any further wars on the moon. So maybe by taking her, maybe that was breaking some treaty or something. I don't know. Yeah, that may be an interesting show covering the reported Apollo 20 mission. Yes, we've talked about it before. It's a fantastic story. I mean, it's very interesting. Yeah, the Moon City too. Yeah.
You think there's got to be a lot more information about other things they saw in the ship, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they recorded it all.
There's somebody I saw one time, I think it's just pure speculation, that someone said that they thought it was the basis for the movie Alien.
Could be.
You know, the things that they saw on the ship.
Uh-huh.
So, but I didn't take it too seriously at the time. That was many, many, many years ago.
Uh-huh.
That was interesting. I mean, I loved hearing all these perspectives, but I didn't think it was particularly credible.
Look at this, friends. This is a temple in India. And I don't know, it looks 15 stories high or higher. How did they build this? I mean, boy, these architects in India so many years ago, 1,000, 2,000, they say it's only like 1,000 years ago, probably longer. But look at this. Incredible. I'm just so blown away by what was done in ancient India.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something else. Praveen Mohan does a great job. Go check him out. Praveen Mohan on YouTube. He goes to all these Hindu temples and he studies them. He looks at all the carvings and how they might have done it. And it's very, very interesting.
Somewhere there's a documentary I saw about, I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago. It was people were trying to excavate Angkor Wat.
Oh yeah.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
Angkor Wat.
Yeah.
They said that the jungle had pretty much swallowed it up. and they were excavating and finding all these structures that were completely covered with foliage, so they didn't even know it's there.
Sure.
And it's pretty impressive. It took them forever to get much uncovered, right? So
Mm-hmm.
very laborious. But I think they were showing outer walls of the city
Okay.
that they were uncovering at the time, and
Yeah.
they're huge. And they thought it was a cliff, cliff covered with vines and things, and it wasn't a cliff at all. It was a man-made structure.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty impressive. You'd think all these amazing structures that were built in the past,
Oh yeah.
how was it done,
Very carefully.
what was it like,
Yeah.
so many things we'd like to know.
Well,
So much of our history is lost,
all that rock carving, it's like, the daily grind for them back then, right? I mean, here's what Tinka says. These old buildings in India are crazy, often carved from one piece of rock, giant rock, just incredible. That's what this one is. This one is all one rock. This is the top of it. But it's a very large structure, and it's incredibly detailed. All kinds of humans carved all over it. Rooms inside.
It makes you wonder, was it just a huge number of people carving it with some kind of rudimentary tools, or did they have specialized tools that have been lost to the history,
Well, according to Dorothy Izat, when she did a past life regression, she claimed that back in Atlantis that they had these crystals, firestone crystals, and they got them from deep in the earth, white ones, or clear ones, and blue ones. And they put some metal or some cap on one end of it, and they made certain cuts in the crystals. It turned them into tools. They could carve mountains with them. So if they could carve a mountain, they could carve this stuff. But people started using them as weapons. So she and some others went in an airship and gathered up all of these crystal weapons, and they cut a circular hole into the ocean, and they dropped them all into this big circular hole in the ocean. And there's a place in the ocean that's perfectly circular, cylindrical, it goes way down. If they dig way down there, but maybe they shouldn't find these things because
Are you talking about the blue hole, or?
That could be it. Yeah, that's one of the places. One of the places. Yeah. Yeah, it's a question. I mean, from a solid piece of rock. I mean, you can see on this one that there's spots on the rock here that are cracking, and it's like a bad part of the rock. And some of it's eroded away because this has been here for thousands of years. I mean, unbelievable. But that's what lasts for eons is stone structures. So we should all be busy working on our stone structures right now so that we'll be remembered too. And we won't be just some, missing time in our history. We don't start building some kind of structures. I mean, they might only find a couple of bridges and Mount Rushmore. That might be the only thing they find of our people's stuff. I mean, stuff in stone, right? And that's why they did the Georgia Guidestones in stone, I bet you.
Did Trump ever get that park made with the monuments in it?
I think it's underway in South Dakota. I think it is. I'd have to check in South Dakota and see.
Oh, I never heard it was going to be in South Dakota. That's interesting.
I think so. I think it was. I'm not sure. Yes.
That's a cool idea when they were destroying all those monuments to make a park with all of them in it.
Yes.
So detected.
We know so little, but we learn more and more. So exciting. Yes. What we know is eclipsed by what we don't know. We don't know so much more than we know. So there's always more to learn. And my mom used to say when we were kids, the more information you put into your brain, the more it'll fit. So the more we put in, the more room, the more will fit in. Which I think.
Have you ever been to Mount Rushmore?
No, I have not. I want to.
Oh, it's incredible going there. Going down there, it seems like you're driving an hour down and down and down and down. It's like you get the definite impression you're in the middle of nowhere. You know, and you think about how difficult it must have been to actually do all this work. It was quite impressive.
Well, we got
you get down there, you're like, wow.
We got a message from Dark Brain. No, the Monument for Heroes Statue Park was canceled by Brandon.
Oh, geez.
Let's go, Brandon, right out of office. Yeah. Yeah. Wait a minute. We just found some more ballots. Brandon didn't win. Well, I mean, why can't we do that? I think that would be a good thing to do. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like 2,000 Mules is selling out wherever it's at.
It certainly is. Yes. 2,000 Mules. Find that, share it, watch it with your friends. Okay. Peggy Dancer says, I've been there. It's incredible. Stopped at all the places beforehand. It was great too. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things that you got to do in this lifetime.
Yeah.
It's so impressive.
I know it really is. I really admire that work that they did there. It's unbelievable they did it. And, you know, look at Crazy Horse. They've been trying that for like 30, 40 years. And they only got just part of the face done. I mean, it's not nearly as big as Mount Rushmore. Hey, Sandy Sue.
Yeah, only regret we didn't spend more time there.
Yeah. And James Rohrbeck says, I'd pay to see 2,000 Mules. Yeah, apparently it's overwhelming.
$20.
Overwhelming, yeah. The amount of evidence that they uncover, more than enough to sway the election. Way more than enough.
Right.
So decertify. That's the coolest thing you can do. If you are a state legislator, decertifying is the new thing. Try it. You'll like it. You'll get reelected. Trust me. You will. That's what we're all waiting for, aren't we now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a feeling everything's building slowly to a crescendo?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oops, not that one. Here we go. Here's a good one, friends. Now check this out. This is Trump. Okay. Who would have imagined that in less than 2 years, President Trump would have renegotiated NAFTA, bring North Korea to the table, confirm 67 judges, scrap the disastrous Iran deal, eradicate ISIS, fill Scalia's SCOTUS seat, create a booming 4.2% GDP economy, get our unemployment rate to the lowest it's been since 1969, and once again made America respected worldwide. He's the best president of our lifetime. Yes, I will definitely second that motion.
Oh, yeah.
And that was just in 2 years, the first 2 years. Think about it.
Perhaps ever. Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable. And I really think that not only is he good at doing things, he's really good at inspiring people around him to do amazing things. That they can do amazing things they never thought they could do because he believes in them. I mean, it's like a contagious success that he has. He's got so much success that it's contagious, right?
There's so many fans worldwide. It's just unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
He could run for president of the world if we had such a thing.
Aaron, do you think Trump would accept the speaker position if offered? Yeah, I don't know, because if that did happen and he brought impeachment papers to Brandon, although it would be sweet revenge, it would be so the optics of it might not be great. But at this point, we're at the precipice of nuclear disaster here. I mean, I really think Durham is going to come through. This is my prediction. Durham is going to come through, and there's going to be some revelation with the Hunter Biden and Joseph Robinette Brandon's shenanigans, where it will be because they caught them all. They got all this information. It's all given to Durham. It's only a matter of time. And we'd all like it to be yesterday. We got them all. Everything was, and the election was all being monitored by the military. So, so the military, the government, the courts, they work very slow.
Trump knew exactly what they were going to do. He knew he was going to lose that election. But he had to let it happen so that they could catch them in the actual crime.
Here's some wise words from our friend over there in Italy, Tinka. Peoples all over the world want your true president back. We all pray for you worldwide. Oh my God, that's awesome. We are praying for you too, Tinka. We're praying for
all patriots.
We're praying for the whole world because we want everybody to be as free as we are, or as we are supposed to be, or were before this current attack on our freedoms. But yeah, being free is amazing.
I think there's going to be jubilation when it happens on a scale never seen before on the planet.
Oh yeah.
Imagine that day. That energy alone is going to do fantastic things for the world.
Mm-hmm. And Peggy Dancer is right. Peggy Dancer says he won the 2020 election, and it's been proven by info from 2,000 Mules and Durham Drops. That's right. That is right. Definitely. I would say. Definitely. Well, friends, we've been at it for quite a while here. I think we're going to put a little cap on this one and say goodnight for now. We are broadcasting Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday nights between 8 and 9 p.m., right around there. So make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell so you get notified exactly when we are live, so you can join us for the next time. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we're working on getting some more people on for interviews, because we love doing interviews here. And there's Willie Fix-It. Hello, Willie Fix-It. Zoso Dude sent you. Arr! Yeah. There you go. Yeah, because... And why do we like coming to the Truth Quest? Because we're just downrange of strange. Where the outrageous is contagious. And the paranormal is the new normal. Well, thank you again for calling in, Max. I really appreciate it. And looking forward to hearing
You're
from you
welcome.
again. And good luck on all those projects you're working on.
If there's any projects you want me to work on, just holler out there. I'm all ears. I'd like to hear what people want to see happen.
Okay. We'll do
Their
that.
ideas are some of the best ideas have come from people that I run into. They're just fantastic. People don't even realize how creative they are.
Yes, people can do amazing things. And Tinka, wow, she says, bye, Aaron. You're the loveliest. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. I would have to say you're the loveliest, Tinka. Maybe we could all be the loveliest. Wouldn't that be nice?
We're all divine.
Yep. And let's see. Dark Brain says, Aaron and Max, thank you for another great broadcast. Peace in. Yes. And Artist 61, hello and good night. Dark Brain, have a fantastic weekend, my friend. Yes, everyone have a great weekend. And thanks for calling in, Max. We'll talk to you next time.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
You bet.
Thanks to all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And thank you, Tinka. Hope you see you at Zoe's on Sunday. Yeah, that sounds like fun. All right, friends, we did it again. Another episode in the can. Remember, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays between 8 and 9 p.m. We'll see you next time. Be there or be square. And keep your cameras pointed to the sky so you can take that picture of that UFO and come onto the Truth Quest and talk about it. Because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. So until then, till Monday, peace in.